Oakland Coliseum gets a lot of flack. And honestly, most of it is probably unwarranted. Yeah, I know the cool thing to do these days is rip on old things that aren't as good as new things. But it's not like we're talking about the difference between using a gateway PC from 1995 versus owning a present-day MacBook Pro. The difference between watching a game from the Oakland Coliseum and, let's say, Levi Stadium is minimal. If you've been to both, you most likely prefer the former. Sure, it has plenty of faults you could nitpick, but those are charming in their own unique way. So, if you can move past the fact that, yeah, Oakland Coliseum is kind of a dump, it's pretty cool. And there are quite a few things you probably don't remember about it. It takes a lot of money and a fair amount of time to convert the Oakland Coliseum from its football setup to baseball and vice versa. Now, you would think the process would be cheap given how often it would need to have been done back in the day, but it actually cost around $250,000 to do each time. Additionally, the process takes up to 20 hours to complete, so while it's totally mesmerizing to watch, it is a massive money pit. Now, time has made many of these conversions more costly, with a lot of the processes still being manually done. Of course, with the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, the stadium can now stay in its baseball form from here on out. But anyone who visited Candlestick Park during the last days of the 49ers know this isn't always a good thing. Stadium will probably fall, especially the football parts will fall into total disrepair, rusting over and looking pretty gross. That's one of the greatest lines from a sports movie ever. But if you look carefully behind that Angels fan, you will notice that he's in Oakland Coliseum and not Anaheim Stadium. The Oakland Coliseum was used to film most of the baseball scenes for Angels in the Outfield. That's because the Jumbotron at Anaheim Stadium, home to the then California Angels, collapsed during the 1994 Northridge earthquake. With the stadium undergoing renovations, filming was shifted to the Oakland A's facility. Even as a kid, it was pretty obvious the movie wasn't happening at Anaheim Stadium. There was one particularly egregious wide shot that totally blew apart any myth that the Angels were playing in their home stadium. It really blows my mind that not a single person caught this in the editing process. Stadiums do change names, but most naming rights partnerships span a decade or more. In Oakland, the most you ever got was a few years. There has been a never-ending stream of official monikers for the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum since 1988. At various points, it has been known as Network Associates Coliseum, McAfee Coliseum, Overstock.com Coliseum, O.co Coliseum, and Ring Central Coliseum. And on 3 separate occasions during this time span, the name just reverted back to the official Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. However, nothing will be worse than Overstock.com Coliseum, because it's all about the O, baby.
It's all about the O.
The Oakland Coliseum just may be the only place in the world where online trolls show up in real life. Well, that's unfair because I don't actually know if these people have access to the internet, but there always seem to be random people trolling at the stadium. My personal favorite example of this was during a Thursday night game amid the Raiders' last season in Oakland. For some reason, a dude rocking a Joe Montana 49ers jersey was there, just walking around the upper deck talking shit to fans about how the 49ers won a bunch of championships like in the 80s. He literally bought a ticket so he could do a lap around the stadium, troll Raiders fans, and dip out. You don't get that anywhere else in the world. Fizz dance. If you heard that, or you heard a whistle, the Oakland Coliseum would just lose its mind. anytime This Dance by Mac Dre or Blow the Whistle by Too Short started playing, the Coliseum would erupt regardless of time, score, situation. It didn't matter. The Raiders could have been down by 40 and This Dance comes on and everyone goes crazy. The Raiders could probably return to Oakland, win the Super Bowl at home, and the crowd reaction still wouldn't match to what happens when either of those two songs play at the Coliseum. That does it for our look at the things you might not remember about the Oakland Coliseum. If you want to check out more things you might not remember, go ahead and visit our playlist, subscribe to the Touchback as always, and make sure you hashtag take it out to the 25 This Dance.